Yes, I was surprised. Shedeur Sanders stood in front of reporters Monday morning at Pro Bowl practice in San Francisco and admitted what everyone already knew. He didn't expect to make the Pro Bowl. Not after going 3-4 as a starter, not after throwing 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, not after posting a 68.1 passer rating, and definitely not after being the 6th quarterback taken in the 2025 draft, falling to the 5th round while Jackson Dart, Tyler Shaw, Jalen Milroe, and others went ahead of him. It wasn't like I was just sitting there expecting it, Shedeur continued with a smile. I just didn't have too much thought in it. I'm not going to lie, a lot of the time I'm taking it day by day. And then came the moment that's defining Cleveland's entire offseason. When asked about his new head coach, Todd Monken, the 60-year-old offensive coordinator who wanted to draft Shedeur in Baltimore last year, who just spent 3 years turning Lamar Jackson into an MVP, and who now has complete control over Shedeur's NFL future, Sanders lit up. It's truly great that he was able to coach Lamar, and he was able to accomplish everything he was able to accomplish in his life and his career. I feel like we definitely have a connection, just from talking to him, just seeing his vibe. He has a great vibe about him. Connection, vibe. Those words matter, because Shedeur Sanders doesn't use them lightly. He's Deion Sanders' son. He's been around Hall of Fame coaches his entire life. He knows what good coaching looks like, and when he says he feels a connection with Todd Monken after one meeting, that's significant. It means Monken communicated a vision. It means he showed Shedeur how he's going to develop him. It means Shedeur walked out of that meeting believing this 60-year-old first-time NFL head coach can make him better.
And the timing of that meeting is critical. According to multiple reports, Shedeur met with Todd Monken at the Browns facility last week, shortly after Monken was hired. The meeting was private. No cameras, no media. Just the two of them sitting down and talking football. And according to Shedeur, Monken told him something everyone already knew, but Shedeur needed to hear directly. "We tried to draft your ass last year." That's what Monken said in a video the Browns posted on social media showing their first meeting. Monken wanted Shedeur in Baltimore when he was the Ravens' offensive coordinator. The Ravens had pick 141. Shedeur went 144 to Cleveland, 3 picks apart, and Monken wanted him. That validates everything for Shedeur, because if Todd Monken, who just coached Lamar Jackson to an MVP, thought Shedeur was worth a 5th-round pick, then maybe all the critics are wrong. Maybe Marcus Spears and Jermaine Illuminor and everyone calling his Pro Bowl selection a joke don't see what Monken sees. But here's where it gets complicated. Todd Monken was asked directly during his introductory press conference Tuesday if Shedeur Sanders would be his QB1 heading into the offseason, and Monken didn't commit. Well, I think like any position on the team, that's still to be determined. Am I excited about Shedeur? Am I excited about all the quarterbacks in the room? Am I excited to coach this football team? Absolutely. I can't wait for them to get back and for us to get started. TBD. To be determined. That's not the answer Shedeur wanted to hear, and it's not the answer Browns fans wanted either, because Shedeur just made the Pro Bowl. He's the most visible player on the roster right now, and his head coach won't commit to him as the starter. Kay Adams of the Up Adams Show had Shedeur on live when Monken made those comments. She relayed the information to Shedeur in real time and asked for his reaction, and Shedeur, without missing a beat, gave the perfect answer. That's what's expected. Each and every day I have to prove to everybody and to myself also. It's having goals and accomplishing those goals. The small goals will end up in long-term success. That's maturity. That's understanding that being a Pro Bowler doesn't guarantee you anything. You still have to earn it. And Shedeur gets that, which is why Todd Monken respects him, because Monken doesn't want a quarterback who thinks he's entitled to the job because he made the Pro Bowl. He wants a quarterback who understands the job is earned every single day, in practice, in film study, and in preparation. The NFL world reacted to Shedeur's comments with a mix of admiration and skepticism. Fans praised his honesty about being surprised by the Pro Bowl. "At least Shedeur is honest about it. He knows he didn't deserve it," one fan tweeted. But others questioned whether he has what it takes. "Being surprised you made the Pro Bowl is not the flex you think it is," someone else wrote. And national media was all over the Todd Monken connection. Mike Garafolo of NFL Network reported Monken's comments about the QB competition and noted that Shedeur's perfect response shows maturity beyond his years. But the biggest reaction came from Steelers Depot, a Steelers fan site that absolutely destroyed Shedeur in an article titled, "Shedeur Sanders thinks he showed he can dominate. Todd Monken isn't even sure he's Cleveland's starter." The article opened with brutal sarcasm. Sanders, a 2025 Pro Bowler, pause for laughter, finished the season as the Browns' starter. He believes he proved he can dominate in the NFL. Monken, however, hasn't seen enough to move forward, blindly handing him the starting job. Pause for laughter. That's how rival fan bases view Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection, as a joke, as a participation trophy. And that perception, fair or not, is what Shedeur has to overcome in year 2.
The quarterback competition heading into training camp is fascinating. Deshaun Watson is healthy for the first time in over a year. He's owed $80 million guaranteed. And Todd Monken, who has never coached him, will have to evaluate whether Watson can still play at a high level. Then there's Dillon Gabriel, the second-round pick who went 1-6 as a starter but showed flashes of potential. And finally, Shedeur Sanders, the Pro Bowl fifth-round pick who went 3-4 and has the most buzz but the worst stats. Monken has to pick one, and right now he's not committing to anyone, which means training camp is going to be a war. And that's where the Todd Monken-Shedeur Sanders connection becomes critical, because if Shedeur truly believes in Monken, if he trusts the system, if he buys into the coaching, he has a real shot. Monken's offense is built around play action, which Shedeur excelled at in college. It emphasizes quick decision-making, which mitigates pressure from a bad offensive line. And it uses motion and misdirection to create easy throws, which helps struggling quarterbacks look better than they are. All of that plays to Shedeur's strengths. But Shedeur still has to execute. He still has to prove he can read defenses, make tight window throws, and avoid the mental mistakes that plagued him as a rookie. The Pro Bowl experience could help. Shedeur is in San Francisco with Josh Allen, Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase, Tyler Warren, and Jonathan Taylor. He's being coached by Steve Young, the Hall of Fame quarterback who knows a thing or two about succeeding in difficult situations. And he's picking up knowledge that most fifth-round rookies never get access to. "I am just excited to be around the game and be around these great players," Shedeur told SiriusXM. "That's the right attitude. Use this week to learn, to network, to absorb everything you can from elite players, and then take that back to Cleveland and apply it." But the pressure is immense because Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection, as controversial as it is, raises expectations. Cleveland fans now expect him to be the starter. National media is debating whether he can be a franchise quarterback. And Todd Monken, whether he admits it publicly or not, is evaluating whether Shedeur is worth building around or whether they should draft Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore at pick 6. If Shedeur struggles in year 2, the Pro Bowl becomes a footnote, a trivia answer. But if he takes a leap, if he proves Todd Monken was right to want him in Baltimore, then the Pro Bowl becomes the launching pad for a career. And the fact that he was shocked to be there makes the story even better, because nobody loves an underdog more than the NFL. Shedeur Sanders applauded Todd Monken. He admitted the Pro Bowl shocked him, and the NFL reacted with fascination, skepticism, and hope. Now the clock starts ticking. Can Todd Monken develop Shedeur Sanders into the quarterback he believes he can be? Can Shedeur take the lessons from this Pro Bowl week and apply them next season? Can Cleveland finally find a franchise quarterback after 27 years of searching? The answer to all 3 questions will define the next decade of Browns football, and it all started with a shocked rookie in San Francisco saying he feels a connection with his new coach. That's not nothing. That's everything. This story is based on reports from NFL.com, NBC Sports, Yahoo Sports, Yardbarker, College Sports Network, Dog Pound Daily, and various outlets covering Shedeur Sanders' Pro Bowl comments and Todd Monken's quarterback evaluation.